What's up, y'all? I'm gonna get right into it. As you can see, I got my boy Jordan in the chair. He came to me and said, hey, yo, B-Ran, let me get that unlocked high taper, that blurry unlocked high taper. I said, I got you, bro. So jumping right into the cut, the first thing I did was take my one guard and debulk. A quick tip, make sure you comb out the hair before you cut it so that way you can lift it up. I didn't want this to be too long, so I jumped right into the next step. I took alcohol, put it on a little napkin, and then I went straight ahead to the tape line so that way I can wipe off all the excess grease he has on his head. Then I kind of do like a lineup prep. This is not going to be my complete lineup, but this is almost like prepping it for when I go back. I don't have to do too much work. To my future unlocked family, or anybody who clicked the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. I will be dropping more content. I'm going to try and be more consistent with it. I really just had to get over the hump of dropping my first video. All right, fam, I need you guys to lock in. So right here is where I used my trimmers to create my first guideline. And I used a point at the ear to have a reference point. So when I go on the other side, I can start on the same spot. That's how I kept it identical on both sides. Something about a clean guideline will allow the fade to be clean. So I make sure to go back over it, even the opposite way. I'm going to be able to get the line out. I'm not really too worried about that. The next thing I do with the lever open in a curve-like shape, I go up about 1 inch. Pay attention to how I'm using the corners to make the shape, so that way I don't use too much of the blade and do something that I can't erase. Then I close it up, and as I close it up, I'm going up piece by piece to clear out that line. You should see it starting to disappear. Them JRLs, they be hitting, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to you. My boy Andy, which is a barber next to me, he zero gapped them for me. You know what I'm saying? He an OG in the game. Shout out to Andy. He teaches me, teaching me what I need to know. Put me on game. But yeah, anyway, as a waver, you don't want to pass that first wave. So as you can see, and once I pointed it out, that's where I know the first wave will be. So I'm taking my one guard close and I'm going all the way up, flicking out once I get to that first wave. You do not want to pass that first wave or even cut it. As you can see, I'm literally flicking out right when I get there. The wave, that little ripple right underneath it, that's not a full wave because it's not like the first initial wave that's connected to anything. So as you can see, I am flicking on that one, but the first main wave, you know what I'm saying? That's where you don't want to cut. Right underneath that, I'm going to come with my 0.5. My 0.5 guard, and I'm going to flick until I get that line out. The lever play that I do when I'm cutting is the same every time. Basically, I'm going to go from open to close or from close to open. But either way, the lever play is important. In the game of barbering, I'm starting to realize that the lever play is basically like driving a stick shift car or playing with your analog stick when you're playing 2K or something. It's vital. You need it. You know what I'm saying? So once you get that down, you'll start to be able to blend a little easier and faster because you know what certain levels on the lever will cut. I'm still learning that, but it's starting to become clear to me, every day that I'm in the shop. As you can see, it's starting to look blurry. That's what we need, fam. That's what we need. And especially when we go ahead and finish the lineup and then finish the edge up around the ear. Whoo, chef's kiss. That's what's gonna make the cut. And honestly, this is one of my favorite parts of being a barber, being able to see the finished product of your work. You're happy, your client's happy, everybody's happy. You know what I'm saying? It's just good vibes all around. Another tip, go a guard lower right by the ears so that way you can bring it down and it'll be extra crisp. That'll also make the haircut last a little longer. So now we're on the back. I created my first guideline using the trimmers again, and it's the same steps as the side. It's the same steps that we did on the high taper. So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit just to, so I don't have a long YouTube video for my first video. If you guys do want a full tutorial on the back, I will. It's gonna be a video eventually. But for now, I just want you guys to see that I'm doing the exact same steps as I did with the high taper. The lineup is gonna always bring whatever fade you just did together. So now I'm lining up the back. I know you guys can see like a faint line right there, but I'm really lining it up so that way when I go back, I can really just flick it out and see, you know, it helps you see better. I want to say lining it up helps you see better. So after I line it up, I'm gonna go back and flick out that last line. When I go around the ear, I'm using the right side. So whatever side I'm on, if I'm on the left side of the head, I'm using the left side more to create that curve. But because I'm on, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I just brain fart because I'm looking at the video and trying to think. But anyway, I'm doing the left side of his head, so I use the right side of my trimmer and then vice versa on the other side. But now I'm flicking out that line that I was talking about. Yep, lever play, y'all see it. Same thing that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. You gotta have a little bit of lever play. If that's not in your bag, either get a new bag or make sure that it's in your bag in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn more and more every day and deep in my bag, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get in my Duffy for real. Now, as you can see, this is exactly what I was talking about with behind the ear. So now we're on the right side of the head. So when I made that first curve, I'm using the left side. You use the opposite side at an angle because it's easier to go around. The fade looks blurry. Y'all see it. After you line everything up, it starts to look good. Come on now. All right, now we at the top of the key again. Hey, as you know, your boy B-Man is a hooper, so you might hear some hooper analogies when you watch my videos. Anyway, we at the top of the key again, trying to get right. So, I'm going back over my lineup prep that I did in the beginning, just making sure that everything is straight and even, is symmetrical on both sides. If I'm being honest, lining up is one of my biggest problems. What I like to do now is I start from the middle and then I work my way to each side and then I hit the vertical bars. So as you can see right now, I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to hit the middle of his head. Think of it as there's a line in the middle of your client's forehead and that's where you want to start, and then go to the right hand side and then go to the left hand side. So I went all the way to the right in a straight line. Once my cut is looking symmetrical on both sides and everything is perfect, that's when I go ahead with my enhancement. And I really use light enhancements because I don't like it when it's too dark. I want it to kind of match the darkness that's already there and just enhance it a little bit, you know, use the name of what it's called, enhancements, really just to enhance what's already there. Boom. You can see I only hit the corner. Boom. It looks like I barely used it, but I did use it, right? Then I come back in with my pencil. Shout out to Beam because I seen Beam do this first and then, you know, I just copied. To help blend, right after you put the pencil, you have to go back with your trimmers and kind of rub it in. Make sure you're rubbing it in. It's okay. You're not going to hurt the client with the trimmers. That's one of the fears that I had when I was first starting to use the pencil, but you actually have to rub it in. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can pay attention to how I'm rubbing it. Then we move on to the finishing touches. Come on now, you know you have to hit it with the razor blade. If it's not razor sharp, it's not sharp. So I grabbed the razor, and as you can see, I'm literally just trying to get as close as you can to the hairline, so that way you're not scraping up all of the excess dead skin that they have on their forehead. You kind of want to save that for later. See how close I am to the forehead? I'm literally only razoring where I created that line with the pencil. trying to get as close as possible, but also as sharp as possible. After I do the hairline, that's when I go back and just do the forehead to get the dead skin off. You see, I'm going back and I'm doing it reverse to get the dead skin off. With that bald effect, I go up underneath with my shaver. All my wavers get the same treatment. So after I hit them with the wave holder, it's like a foam holder that I use. Then I hit them with some oil sheen. And I brush. Make sure you brush that finished product because you worked hard on it. This is the final cut, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to my unlocked fam. And stay tuned for the next video.